Week 2 of WFL action brings you a matchup of two 1-0 teams. It is the Hamilton Tiger Cats and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. Chris Curtis and Jimmy Stevens along with you. Jimmy, we have a matchup of two unbeatens in the early season. How are you doing?
Yeah, we've got the two different styles completely. So you got the Blue Bombers running power, running attack, ground attack, and the Tiger Cats are more of a balanced offense.
Oh, fair enough. As we get into it, got a matchup of two decently playing quarterbacks through week 1. We'll see who gets the ball first as we go through. But on the Blue Bombers side, it's John Henry. On the Hamilton Tiger Cats side, it's Dan Dolman. What have you seen from them in week 1?
Pretty consistent play. Nothing over the top. Pretty safe. Nothing too deep, too challenging.
Fair enough. Just about ready for kickoff here. Ball spotted at the 30. Looks like the Blue Bombers are going to get first crack at the football. As we have 11 minutes on the clock, we are ready at Metro Stadium. Week 2 about to get underway right now as the ball is in the air and on its way. Caught at the 10, returning, cutting left. Spin move gets him down to the 29-yard line. Good work there by the generic return man. We are on to first down early, just underway in Winnipeg.
Yeah, Winnipeg here, you're going to see a lot of two tight end, two back sets. They'll go into the spread when need to, but you're going to see a lot of running from Chris Curtis.
Okay, take a look at Curtis there as he shows up on your screen. I formation to start him out for John Henry. Looks like 6 in the box for the Tiger Cats to start things out defensively. Rolling left and throwing across his body. He's got a man out there. That was John McKinnon, but he's unable to pull it in. And it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think he threw that a little late. Didn't have time for McKinnon to make it stay in bounds.
2nd and 10. Going to try to make it a more manageable 3rd down. Take a look at McKinnon. He's got a little bit of redemption on his mind as he lines up at the bottom of your screen. I formation again.
Playing man coverage here.
See if Henry can exploit that. It'll be a pitch play to Curtis. He's taken down behind the line at the 27-yard line. 3rd down and a bunch. And a really, really good-looking play there by Derek Burkholder.
Yeah, Burkholder's one of the stellar ends here on this defense. They have a pretty stout defense. You're going to have to work hard to get your points here.
Long 3rd down coming, trying to avoid a 3-and-out on the first drive of the game. Henry's under center. 5-step drop, looks to throw, can't get it out of his hands in time, and that is going to be a tackle for loss. 4th down coming, and the Tiger Cats are going to be the recipients of a punt.
I don't know if that was Seniak or one of the interior guys, but if it was Seniak, that's those twin ends they have here in Hamilton.
58, it looked like it was Seniak indeed, so good work on the tackle on the sack is what it ends up being. Punt incoming, kicker lined up at the 9-yard line. Kick is on the way. It'll be caught at the 34-yard line and returned all the way to the 42. And that is where Dan Dolman will get his first crack at the football.
Yeah, the Tiger Cats here, you're going to have decent wide receivers. You got Brian Carter running a lot of single back sets here on this team.
Carter going to be the deep back in a lot of situations, and they show up in the I formation first. A 7 stack in the box for Winnipeg. Quick handoff. That is one. That's a fumble on the ground. Ball is picked up by the Blue Bombers, and it's a turnover starting things out in the first play from scrimmage for the Tiger Cats.
Very poor ball holding on to the ball. Bosnick. It was Brian Carter that had the ball, so I don't know what's going on there.
Interesting.
The replay man needs to get off the drugs, I think.
Yeah, that was definitely Carter with the football, as it should be, being he's the running back. But
yeah,
interesting.
I don't know what to say to you there.
Guys in the truck.
Man in the truck, some piece of our mind when we see him over.
Either way, it gives the Blue Bombers really good field positions. They start on the Tiger Cats side of the field.
I could see them either taking a shot or just pounding it up the middle.
And it will be a quick throw over to the left. That is to the 39-yard line. Gets to 37. And that's
fullback.
Yep. Absolutely. Generic fullback does damage. It's 1st and 10. They get down to the 38. Getting into field goal range. Maybe just on the outskirts of it at the moment. You take a look there at big Scott Fletcher, middle linebacker. Single back formation. It's Curtis back there for Henry.
Looks like the blitz in the linebacker.
And there's a run play.
Right by Curtis.
Oh, he did. He just went right by him, and it lets Curtis spring forward into the second level, get down to the 24-yard line, and it's back-to-back first downs for the Blue Bombers.
That's some of that power running with the that I was telling you earlier from the Winnipeg team. They're going to do a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of broken tackles, a lot of running.
Down to the 24. Tiger Cats got to be careful, not let the running core of the Blue Bombers into that second level very often, if at all.
Stacking the box again.
See what they have in store. Another handoff to Curtis. He's going to cut to the left. Juke move. Juke's right now and gets another first down. 3 first downs in a row. They are inside the 20-yard line down to the 13. And that is where they'll set up shop.
Get this under control, or there's going to be he's going to have a day. Just blowing through tackles.
Yep. It takes 2 attempts to bring down Curtis on that particular play from scrimmage. And they're knocking on the door. Second possession. Again, they started this one after the fumble. Tiger Cats moving along the line. Henry looks to throw. 3-step drop, throwing out to Curtis on the right. He's going to be hunting the goal line here on a spin move, and he'll get 7. 2nd and 3 down inside the 6-yard line.
Great open field tackle there by Davidson. Keep that from becoming a touchdown.
7 and 35 left in this first quarter.
From the Tigers, 5-yard line.
This is Curtis territory. I'm wondering if you're going to see some more ground and pound.
7 in the box. How about one to Curtis, but an easy tackle for loss down at the 11-yard line. We're going to see who got him. I believe it was, I thought it was Seniak, but apparently not. It'll be a third down regardless with 3rd and 6.
It seems Tiger Cats had that play read quite well.
Henry's in the gun by himself. He's got 5 wide out there. Looking to throw on 3rd down. Has a little bit of time. Throws. End zone tipped. And it'll hit the ground harmlessly. 4th and 6 coming. Field goal attempt coming. And that's a win morally for the Tiger Cats.
Absolutely. Good drive by Winnipeg. Henry taking a little chance there, thrown into triple coverage, but luckily it only got knocked down.
6:51 have our chance for the first points of the game. Field goal attempt coming. And that is number 6, the generic kicker lining up. Will be a 26-yard attempt.
Chip shot, but you never know with this league.
Yeah. No kidding there. Snap is high, hold is good, kick is on the way, and it is through. So 3 points on the board for Winnipeg. They're able to take advantage, if not a touchdown, a field goal on the fumble recovery. And they at least have the lead going into the latter half of the first.
Now let's see if Hamilton can match the score or even beat it with a touchdown.
Be interesting to see how much they go back to Brian Carter, who had the initial fumble.
Yes.
Dan Dolman may feel a little bit more responsibility of taking it on his shoulders and sending it downfield. This kick is up and down to the 8-yard line. Spin move and taken down at the 28. And that is where Dan Dolman will get his second possession.
I'd be interested to see if maybe they try a couple deep balls to loosen it up, or if they go right back to Brian Carter and give him another shot.
I mean,
This Winnipeg defense is a very defensive back. Their defensive backfield is quite fantastic. Front seven's a little to be desired.
Oh, the front 7 really crowding that line for the moment. We'll see what Carter can do on first down. He's going to break through one. He's got some holes and some blockers. He's got one to beat, and he gets down to the to the 45-yard line inside Blue Bomber territory. That's really good work from Carter, breaking a tackle or two.
Absolutely, and shows what we know. We figured they might shy away from Carter, and there he goes right back and breaks a couple tackles for a nice run.
Good work, and that creates really good field position for the Tiger Cats. They try to answer this 3-0 deficit. Down he goes.
As I
towards
said,
the
the front seven on Winnipeg is a little weak, so they may have some running room. I don't know about when it comes back to Dolman throwing. He's going to have a lot of trouble with that secondary.
That one rush was 32 yards. His first rush was nothing, so he's got a 16 average on 2 carries. Easy. This will be a single back for Carter. And that is Dolman looking to throw. Finds Carter on the outside, and that is going to be a tackle at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 upcoming at the 46.
Simple swing play here, nothing special. Winnipeg had it covered well. No loss, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Take a look there at Alex Williams. He's going to line up at the top of your screen.
It's one of their star corners.
Drop it back. That's a 3-step. Dolman throws short. That is tipped, and a really good coverage play. Man-to-man, but well done, and it's 3rd and 10 coming.
I believe that was Tom Henry on the coverage, but...
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be correct.
Yeah, and that's their other solid corner they have on this team. It's going to be tough to pass on this squad.
Van Kooten was the intended receiver. Henry jumps in front of that. And that is a 3rd down upcoming. So last thing that the Tiger Cats want is to go 3 and out in this situation after giving up points.
Be interested to see what they run here with these this solid secondary. They're going to have the openings that they're looking for.
You know, Dolman's in the gun. Plenty of options out there in the wide receiver game. We'll see what he decides to do on 3rd down. Quick drop, looks to throw it, plenty of time, slings it over the middle. That's a catch down at the 19-yard line, and a really good-looking one from Van Kooten. And that's his first catch of the game.
That was a pretty risky throw, thrown into double coverage over the middle like that. Luckily, the wide receiver was able to pull that down.
Interesting delivery from Dolman, too. It actually takes a long time to get that ball out of his hands. He draws back and then throws, as opposed to just one fluid motion.
Yeah, it's quite a funky delivery.
Oh, that's a free play coming. It'll be a pitch to Carter, but he's got some room. No big deal to the end zone. That is a Tiger Cats touchdown.
Wow, what a way to answer back. And on top of that, running the running game, outrunning the Blue Bombers.
Yeah, that's a huge, huge play for Carter. 3 rushes, and he's got a touchdown to his credit. The Tiger Cats obviously will decline the encroachment penalty, and it is a touchdown. They will take the lead, and now the Blue Bombers are looking up at the scoreboard.
Well, hopefully we'll see another quality drive by the Blue Bombers.
Kicker on the field looking to add on to this 6-3 lead, make it 7-3 if everything goes according to plan. But again, a really nice drive from Dolman and company. The long throw setting up the really nice run from Carter to the outside. And as you mentioned, that one throw was very risky, but it worked out as the extra point is up and through. So 7-3, Hamilton takes the lead. They have a 4-point advantage over their rivals in Winnipeg. See what Henry has in retaliation to this.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if they keep pounding the rock with Curtis, or if they maybe open it up a little bit and start letting John Henry throw some balls around the yard.
Just over 5 minutes left in the first quarter. You're just underway in very early season play of the WFL. 2 1-0 teams. Blue Bombers beat Calgary last week. Hamilton over the Argonauts. And that is returned down to the 29-yard line. And that's where John Henry will have possession of the football, getting his Blue Bombers back out on the field.
Interesting to note with this Hamilton defense, they're a very solid defense with those twin ends, pass rushing, and they also have a good solid couple corners. Their safeties are generic, so that may be their weak spot. Some over the middle throws when they do need to throw.
That touchdown from Brian Carter, by the way, his 3rd of the season. This will be a handoff coming to Curtis, and he's taken down behind the line again. He cannot get anything going between the tackles, and he's taken down for a 2-yard loss.
It was very early in the game, so that yards per rush is probably going to go up as the game goes on. He's more of a workhorse running back, gets stronger as the game goes on. So
just got to stick with the game plan, wear out that defensive front 7. They're in the I formation here. That's 7 stacking the box defensively as the defensive line moves left.
Little shift.
Yep, and Henry sees something. He's going to call it out. So plenty on the play clock. This will be a handoff to Curtis again, and he can't break through another bunch of tackles. He'll lose another yard, and it's 3rd and long one more time. And they're going to have to pull a rabbit out of a hat to keep the drive alive.
I think they might need to start throwing some balls on 1st or 2nd down to open up that defense and get them away from the line of scrimmage. They're keying on Curtis.
Tony Palermo was the one on the stop in that particular play, and Henry has nobody with him in the backfield. Shotgun play, low snap, but he's got a little bit of time, not much. He breaks through 1, not 2, and the sack is going to knock him down to the 16 or 18-yard line, is what they'll say, but a 4th and a mile coming as the Blue Bombers will punt.
That was the twin rushers right there. Andrew gets the first pressure, gets away from him, and there's Derek to clean up the dirty work.
Clean up the garbage, no problem.
That's right.
Burkholder with his 2nd sack of the game, and the Blue Bombers will punt it away. Tiger Cats are smart. They'll send everybody at this kick if at all possible.
Looks like they might be.
And they do send a couple, and they're not quite in time to get the punt blocked. It'll be caught back at the 45, return to the 47-yard line. So as where the Tiger Cats will start this possession, 2 straight possessions with good field position. We'll see what Dolman can do with it.
Hopefully they can make another good quality march down the field like they did last time. We'll see what happens here. See what they're play calling, if they go conservative and start running more, or if they open it up.
Ball near the midfield stripe. They got to get down to the Blue Bombers 43 for a 1st down. 5-step drop, quick throw off to the right, and a tackle after a 2-yard gain. And that is that 89 or 88? That is 88, the generic wideout, or the generic tight end, I should say. So inching closer to that midfield stripe. Nothing doing yet. 2nd and 8.
Another twin tight end set. Looks like another heavy set running the ball again.
4 on the line for Winnipeg. We'll see if they send in extras. They will. And a tackle in the backfield as Carter goes down. They're able to bring him down for a loss. 3rd and 10 coming. Good work. And it'll be 3rd down.
Great play by the middle linebacker there, jumping through the hole, stopping him behind the line.
Winnipeg crowd getting loud as they are trying to will their defense to a 3rd down stop. Shotgun for Dolman. 3-step drop, has time, throws left, got a catch towards the sideline until the 30-yard line, and that is a big 1st down completion. And if I'm not mistaken, that one is Ivan Bosnick with his 1st catch of the game.
Yeah, great route here as he gets a little separation from the corner.
See who he burned there. He burned Alex Williams on that route as he had to chase him down.
Those are some good matchups on the outside. You got Williams and Bosnick. You got Van Kooten on Tom Henry.
They're inside
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Go conservative again, or do you think they run it, or do you think they open it up?
I mean, they could go back to Carter here, and I think they will. Yes, they will. It'll be a tackle for a loss, though. Winnipeg sniffed that out pretty easily, and that is a 2nd and 11 after another loss.
Seems to be very similar to game plans between both teams. A lot of 1st down runs, and maybe both teams need to open it up a little bit. Back off that front 7.
First one to do any kind of play action may be able to take advantage. Carter's the lone back. Looks to throw, throws left, and a spin catch. That is out to the outside. Just stepping out of bounds is Bosnick, but he has the completion. 3rd and 7 as they get a couple back.
Yeah, a little quick out here. Maybe make it a little more manageable in 3rd and 7 with this backfield of Winnipeg locking them down pretty good.
It does put them into field goal range, and the Winnipeg faithful don't want to see any more than a field goal attempt. They have a chance to will their team to another 3rd down stop. We'll see if they can do it. Dolman's under center. Play action. And taken down. He does get the ball off in time. That is really good work by Owen Gerard, the defensive end, getting in and making things happen behind the line of scrimmage.
Excellent pass rush there. He didn't fall for the play fake whatsoever and came right at the quarterback to stop the play.
Does get the ball out. No fumble there. It'll be 4th and 7 and a field goal attempt upcoming.
This is always a sketchy play here in the WFL.
45-yard attempt. Going on the way very shortly. It's up And it is going to be no good. Wide left, this ended up being, and that is 3 points gone by the wayside. It remains a 7-3 game.
Once again, with all the generic kickers in this league, you're going to get a lot of missed kicks, and there you go right there.
Teams would be smart to sign at least a bronze kicker, but in this case, did not happen. As we look ahead, 35-yard line is where Henry's going to start this drive after the missed field goal. Curtis
Looks
lone
like they
back.
might be trying to open it up here.
Plenty of wide receiver targets out there. He will throw on first down to the outside. That is a catch, but not for very much. And it's 2nd and 9 upcoming.
Short pass, basically a run play if without the run. But
for all intents and purposes, yep.
Get a couple yards.
2nd and 9.
This isn't a team that's going to take a lot of chances down the field. It's more of a conservative run pass.
Pitch to Curtis, nothing doing. He cannot get out of the blocks. He'll lose a couple, lose 3 to be exact. 3rd and 12 upcoming, and Henry faces another 3rd and long. Tony Palermo again.
This is very much a different game than the one that Curtis had last week, where he was running over players left and right. He's struggling against his front 7.
Under center is Henry. He's got Curtis back there just adjacent to the right. Taking his time. Has a little bit extra time. Throws over the middle. Got a catch, and he is going to go to the house. That is a Winnipeg touchdown. Wow. A long completion goes for 6, and that, I believe, is Mr. Robbie Lloyd with his first catch of the game.
Great little post route here. I don't know what happened with the middle of the field. Again, generic safeties may have caused him a little problem there as he went to the house. Great play.
Safety thought he had a little bit more help over the top apparently, and it is a touchdown for Winnipeg. They take the lead right back, and it is going to be 10-7 as long as the extra point has no issues.
You never know.
They're lined up for it. 9-7 at the moment. Snap good, hold good, kick up and through. So 10-7. 3-point advantage on the board. Winnipeg gets the retaliation right back. That was on a 3rd and 12. Henry took a chance and it paid off really, really well as we get into the second quarter. 10-7 as we finish the first frame. Plenty of time left for the Tiger Cats though. Second quarter we go here with the WFL.
Let's see if Hamilton can march back down the field and match Winnipeg.
Kick is on the way. Be grabbed and starting the return. He'll get down to the 30-yard line, not much further than that. They'll mark him at the 29, and that is where Dolman will start this drive.
See if they stay conservative some more, if they try and open it up. I'd like to see them throw some more balls out there instead of trying to just ram that ball down the middle of the field with the running back, but we'll see.
It did work on their second drive of the game.
That's why we're not coaches and we're analysis.
Carter's in the backfield for Dolman. Dolman will hand it off. He's got Carter with some blockers in front of him. We got all the way down to the 45-yard line. Tackled there. And Carter, 61 yards already, just starting the second quarter.
Big hole in the middle there on that play. Just watch the offensive line just open up. There's nobody around him. Great blocking.
Good work. As we get to the 45, really good first down play. Nets him another first down. Dolman has plenty of options to work with. See what the coaching staff wants to do as we get farther into this drive. Dolman, and he gets taken down at the legs, a sack, as that one is going to be Ryan Curtis, who gets in and through the line to take out the quarterback.
Looks to me like Dolman may have ran right into Ryan on that one, feeling like there was pressure there. There probably wasn't right away.
Sped up the clock in his head, and there wasn't a need to. It's 2nd and 15, big loss on first down. Throw to the outside for Carter. He's going to try to spin out a one tackle, but he gets taken down at the 40. He'll gain a yard, not much. 3rd and 14 upcoming. And now Dolman finds himself in a similar situation to what Winnipeg had just a drive ago.
It's a great open field tackle there by the safety. Settled that down for nothing.
9:45 left in the first half. Dolman's under center by himself. 5 wide, including the tight end.
6 DBs.
Throws over the middle, tipped, and it'll hit the ground harmlessly. Good work from John Couchy, the safety, jumping up and making a play.
Once again, a very risky throw by Dolman on these third downs. He's taking a lot of chances, triple and double coverage. I don't know if it's worth that.
4th down upcoming. Punt situation for the Tiger Cats. Give Winnipeg back the football. However, presuming the distance on this kick, it'll at least reset them back at a neutral field position. Kick is a decent one. Should get about 4 seconds of hang time. 4.2 on the clock. And that is going to get down to the 29-yard line after 28 is going to mark him after the return.
I'll be curious to see if Winnipeg decides to keep going with the passing game now, or do they start handing the rock back off to Curtis once again?
Well, the passing game got them the points they just got. Made it a 10-7 lead, but Curtis has been really slow in getting out of the blocks all game long so far.
Definitely been struggling against this front 7 of Hamilton.
Only 4 on the defensive line. A lot of coverage out there for the Tiger Cats. Single back is Curtis. Henry will throw. 5-step drop. Throw to the left. Has a quick out. That's a catch. Not quite a first down. It'll be second and a chest hair. But that is a 10-yard completion just about. And it'll be second down.
Good route there by McKinnon. It looks like he got the moves on Palermo. Got out there on the outside on the out. No problems.
Second and not very much. That is 6 in the box, 7 in the box if you want to count the last back there. That is a handoff to Curtis. He'll have a couple. He'll get enough for the first down at least and get taken down at the 43.
Well, you got to stick with your meal ticket, and Curtis is their meal ticket, so they're not going to get away from it too much. But I mean, they're getting their points through the air. That might be a better way to open up the line for Curtis for later on in the game.
Take a look at the big guy, Kyle Bousquet, the center for the Blue Bombers. He has the ball, going to hand it off to, going to give it to Henry on this play. Single back, quick drop. Plenty of time over the middle, and the intended receiver that is John McKinnon again. Couldn't bring it home, 2nd and 10.
Looks like he rushed his throw a little bit there. McKinnon was open, but he had to dive for it, so it was probably a little bit of an early throw.
Probably a deeper drop there would have suited him a little bit better because the no drop probably sped up his internal clock as he felt the pressure coming that wasn't there.
Absolutely, no time to plant that back foot.
7 in the box. They're shifting. Might be sending a little extra help, trying to get home to the quarterback. Long drop for Henry this time. He'll throw short to the right. That is a grab, but not very far. It'll be 3rd and 4. After that is another McKinnon catch. He's got his 3rd catch of this drive, I do believe. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Almost picked off there by the linebacker. He just missed that one. Taking a little chance, Mr. Henry is.
Under center, I formation. Curtis is the deep back.
Interesting, with 4 yards, they're only running 2 wideouts.
Quick drop, throw to the left, another one to the outside. That is brought home. And how about Tony Palermo with his 4th tackle? And another one for McKinnon as he seems to be the target on this drive.
I don't know if that was bad play calling or just bad coverage, because he should have never given them that much room when there was only 4 yards to go. Give him an easy out like that, that's unacceptable.
Good work by McKinnon, though, to take what the defense gives him. Gets the first down. 45-yard line inside Tiger Cat territory. This will be a throw to the outside. Curtis with a spin move down to the 41. 42 is where they'll mark him, 2nd and 7.
Tell you, they haven't been throwing at him much, but Kevin Davidson's doing a great job with the open field tackles today in this game. He's made quite a couple of really important ones there on Curtis.
2nd and 6.
See what they have in store on is 2nd and 7. Under center.
I'm thinking maybe a draw play here.
Nope, pitch to the left. Curtis cannot get there, though. He can't burn the edge. That's a great tackle behind the line. And that is a generic lineman who got to him for the loss.
Once again, that front 7 of the Tiger Cats is showing their muscle, their strength, keeping Curtis under wraps.
Under center is Henry again. Plenty of options out for the passing game. Looking to throw, has to move left, and throws across his body to Curtis. And Curtis will go nowhere on this. 90% of the effort was to just catch that ball, and it'll be 4th and 9 as they are going to stall this drive just past midfield.
That was quite the curiosity there, coming out of the pocket to do a little ballet and throw it across your body. And that was an interesting play.
That was a little bit of improv we saw from the Blue Bombers offense.
Yes, it was. Not sure what to call that.
It did not work either way. 4th and 8 coming, punt situation. And this should be a coffin attempt. Down inside the 10. It'll bounce towards the 3, and it's down at the 4-yard line. Punt coverage overpowered by this Blue Bombers special teams.
That was fantastic coverage, putting Hamilton in a really, really sticky situation.
10-7, 3-point game. Ball is at the 4-yard line. That's where Dolman will start this drive. Carter with a cool 8.7 average on 7 rushing attempts. That's pretty good.
Thinking that might come down a little bit here with this, this drive. We'll
get his first chance of the drive, and he'll get a couple. It's a 5, actually, is what they'll call that. Get down to the 8-yard line, gives their quarterback a little more room to drop back.
Hamilton's offensive line is definitely putting the pressure on the defensive line of Winnipeg. It's the front seven's just struggling against this run game.
Dolman under center, weak side I formation for the Tiger Cats. 7 in the box for Winnipeg as they look to send a little extra help. Carter with the handoff. He's got some room. He's going to burn the edge. He's got 3 chasing him down to midfield just about. He'll get run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. But you're talking about lowering his average. I don't think so.
Yeah, you got me right there. Who would have thought that the non-running team is just handling the game on the ground? They're just making Winnipeg look silly on the ground.
Good job by the closing defenders to kind of box him in, give him nowhere to go, though. At least they don't give up points. Still plenty of time to recover. They are at their own 47. Nice long run from Carter. He's got to be a little bit winded. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a throw here on first down. We will. And rolling, Dolman, he's going to get hit and taken down at the 40-yard line. He loses yardage, and it's 2nd and 16.
I believe that was Ryan Curtis. I think he's starting to assert himself here in the game.
2 sacks for him in this contest. First one was gift wrapped to him. This one he had to work for a little bit more. But either way, he gets it done. 2nd and plenty. They had good field position. Now they're starting to give it up a little bit. Curtis at the top of the defensive line here on your screen.
Empty backfield. So you definitely don't have to worry about the run game here.
Yeah. Unless Dolman decides to run a little bit, which I doubt. This will be throwing to the left. That is an attempted spin move. He couldn't quite get to the outside. Good one from Bosnick. His 4th catch of the game will get him down to the 47.
Yeah, it appears Bosnick's going to be his go-to receiver. Generally, it's been Van Kooten so far in the season, but he's been attacking with Bosnick must be the open guy. He's been getting the weaker coverage.
Well, if Van Kooten and Tom Henry's matchup is any indication, Van Kooten may not have had any room to work with in this game so far. This will be thrown to the right. That is a catch, but not enough to get the first down. A poor play call or poor execution as he had a little bit of room to turn upfield.
Yeah, that looked like a questionable play call at best. I mean, you need 7 yards. Why would you throw a 3-yard out? That's just silly.
Yeah, Van Kooten is the recipient of that 3-yard out. And a punt play upcoming. They could not get past the midfield stripe after the really long run from Carter. So it's an opportunity gone by for the Tiger Cats. They'll punt.
Wasted opportunity, absolutely.
Good snap on the punt. This will get down inside the 11-yard line. Bounce to the 5 and the 4. And another good coverage piece by a special teams unit in this game. This time it's John Henry's turn to work from the 3-yard line.
My goodness, the punters are putting them right in the corners, or in this case, right by the line. You can't get much better than that.
Yeah. Good job by the Tiger Cats special teams. They'll pin down the Blue Bombers. Blue Bombers do have the lead in this game.
Let's see if they stack the box and try and put a little pressure on this run game.
Closing in on the end of the first half. Still got 3:41 left. Hand off to Curtis, and he'll at least get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit farther. They'll mark him at the 5, and a little bit of extracurricular activity there as they start pushing and shoving. But it'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, I thought Curtis might have got caught there at the end zone, but he managed to blow through that tackle enough to get up past the line of scrimmage.
Good rating so far for John Henry. Had one over 100 last week as well. Did not throw a touchdown last week. Does have one in this game. This will be a spin move from Curtis, and he busts through another one, but can't get any farther than the 8-yard line. He'll give Henry a little bit more room to work with. Scott Fletcher on the stop.
Yeah, great run by Curtis to avoid the first tackle. And he's got you got Big Fletcher there trying to nail him on the way through.
3rd and a nickel. Henry under center.
Too deep stone. Looks like from too deep.
Looking to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to get taken down. Sack. And it'll be a punting situation. Their punter's going to be in a weird spot trying to kick from his own paint.
A little generic action here. Busting through that offense.
Check out this celebration, too. He pulls in Nature Boy Ric Flair. I don't know if we're going to see it in the replay, but he just falls over. Stands up and falls over after he gets a sack in celebration.
Good stuff. We enjoy our celebrations here in the WFL, that's for sure.
All right. Punt upcoming. And try to at least get it back to midfield, give their defense a little bit of room.
Looks like they're trying to rush it.
That's close, but they did not get the block. Very close.
Very good.
No, not at all. And that was probably rushed from the special teams block coverage. They wanted that kick, and they just about got it.
Ball will be placed around the 32-yard line.
Let's see if the Tiger Cats can do something with this field position. Hopefully they can at least get a field goal out of this before the half's out.
And Dolman with plenty of opportunity to, and I misspoke. Henry had touchdowns last week. Dan Dolman did not. He was really good efficiency on the completion percentage last week, 20 for 27, but nothing doing getting him into pay dirt. That would be Brian Carter's job. Throw on the run, tipped again. And finally, it'll hit the ground, and that is very close.
Dolman trying to throw into double, triple coverage. I don't know what he's thinking here with some of these throws. Watch the coverage here.
Good tip ball by Simmons, who worked back into the secondary to make that play.
Absolutely.
So 2nd and 10. Do not want to let this really good field position go by. They at least want to tie this game.
I'm thinking they may run here just to get into the 2-minute warning.
Would not be a bad step.
Running formation. Crowd in the box. Big time crowd in the box. Safety come down.
Winnipeg can see it. The whole stadium can see it. It is a handoff to Carter, and he is taken down behind the line. And that will get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes before the half. It is Winnipeg. It is Hamilton. Hamilton inside Winnipeg territory, closing in on the first half.
Pressure's on. Let's see if they can get something a little closer, make it a little easier for the field goal kicker.
Could actually see a draw here as they just want to get into field goal range, I would think. Nope, they will throw. Dolman looks, moves in the pocket, outside of the pocket, runs for it himself. He'll slide, and then he indeed gets it into possible field goal range. A 45-yard attempt is going to be upcoming, but a decent play to at least not let that go for a negative run.
Dolman feeling the pressure from Ryan Curtis over there on his right side. Decided to take a chance, run out of the pocket. See if another sketchy play. You never know with these kickers in the WFL.
It is lined up middle of the hash marks just about. 45-yard attempt.
Running the clock down.
Snap good, hold good. Kick is on the way with some authority, and this one is through. Right, I believe that actually went inside the right upright, but it is good, and they tie the game up at 10 apiece.
That's the one thing about the kickers in the WFL being all generic, that no kick's a gimme, and it's all anything over 30 yards. You just never know what's going to happen.
Fair enough. Just about set to kick the football away. Kick is on the way. See what Henry can do with limited time left. Gonna have to run the 2-minute offense if he indeed gets the ball, and he will, as it'll get down to the 30-yard line on the return.
Being this far back, I wonder if they'll be running, just be pound the ball with Curtis for a few plays, or if they're actually going to open it up and take a shot.
Tiger Cats get the ball as we start the second half here after this particular drive, more than likely. So something to put into the pot as well. The Blue Bombers will start this drive.
Running formation.
Wouldn't be surprised if they do pound it with Curtis. We'll see. Nope. Henry's going to back up 9 steps. He's going to heave it long. Right side. Has a catch out there. That is Robbie Lloyd. His second touchdown of this contest is going to give the Blue Bombers the lead again.
My goodness, what a great play. Good play call. Caught Hamilton looking on the run. Goes deep. He has Kevin Davidson beat on the go route. What more can you ask for?
I mean, at this point, Lloyd has burned Davidson twice, and that is not the matchup that is going in Hamilton's favor. They have to watch him because 2 long touchdowns and well over 100 receiving now is going to put him on the target list for the second half.
Well, like I said, Hamilton was up close. They were definitely anticipating a run. Winnipeg caught him off guard with that nice go route on the right side.
Very good work. Extra point is about to be on the way. They try to make it a 7-point game. Snap good, hold good, up and through in the extra point. So the 30-yard line is where the ball will be at again. Tiger Cats did not anticipate getting the ball back before the end of this first half, but they will be looking at that situation as they have to try to answer. They will have 2 opportunities to do it. They have this drive, and this will probably take us to the end of the first half. And then they'll get the ball back after the break. Kick is on the way. It'll get down to about the 11-yard line. Caught there. And going nowhere. Very, very good hit. That is at the 27-yard line. And that is where Dan Dolman will grab the football. See what kind of play call they try to run here. It'd be interesting to see if they try to just run it down with the possession coming to them after the clock or after the break, or if they try to air it out themselves.
I'd like to see them air it out, but I have a feeling with the success that Carter's had running between the tackles, you're probably going to see a running play of some sort.
Nope, it will be a throw, at least short. This will be a catch and caught by the legs and brought down. That is the generic Willard Morris with a tackle.
I don't know how productive a play that really was.
I mean, the only thing it did is just to run the play clock down. That's about it. Run the game clock down.
And with the success that Carter's had up the middle, I would have thought that around the ball, you might have got something big.
Defensive line shifting around. Dolman looks to throw. Throws short, and that's a fader over the middle. And that'll hit the ground pretty much harmlessly.
Again, you got to question the play calling here of the Tiger Cats. I mean, Carter's been having himself a day, and then to be throwing these little dink and dunk shots to the tight end, and kind of questionable to me.
Winnipeg trying to get loud, trying to get one more stop out of them before the end of the first half. Dolman is in the backfield by himself. Long drop. That's 9 steps. He's going to get taken down, and Ryan Curtis with a hat trick in the first half.
They're going to have to get that right tackle some help there. Ryan Curtis is starting to really show his pressure on the quarterback. I don't know if that was a sack or if it was considered an incomplete pass, but he was right there in his face.
Didn't even see Dolman get rid of the football, so if that is indeed the case, it'll at least be a broken play. 4th and 7. I believe they do call it an incomplete, so it doesn't go down in the books as a sack. And they'll punt it away again. 14 seconds on the clock. Won't be much time. And the return going to go for not very much. So change of possession will stop the clock. 9 seconds left in the first half. We could see one more long play from Winnipeg, or they could decide to run down the clock. It'd be an interesting decision here.
Well, after what happened last time, you really got to be prepared for that deep ball to Robbie Lloyd. Let's see if Hamilton's more prepared this time.
Curtis the back that's deep in the eye.
Oh boy, look at Davidson. He's going to be 12 yards off the ball.
Do not want to give up pay dirt in this play. Curtis doesn't care. He might be able to break one here. He can't get past the last defender to the 40-yard line, and that is going to do it. Halftime is, no, actually, it's still 3 seconds left. There was a timeout called. Okay.
Coach Bill Ding calling a timeout. I wonder what's going on there. I guess they're going to maybe try for the old 4-wide receiver Hail Mary special.
I mean, you might as well.
One more in.
Quite
the running play there by Curtis on the left side.
Yeah. Plenty of room in front of him.
That was great play.
Henry.
Yeah, there it is.
In the backfield, they are going to try to Hail Mary one time in this first half.
I'd be throwing at Davidson if I was...
they're going to throw it in that big group on the right-hand side. No, it will be an interception in the end zone, but it's all for naught, as that will end the first half. So one interception for Henry, but you can put an asterisk by it. Brad Banker gets the credit for the interception, and that is going to be the end of the first 2 frames of football. 17-10, the Blue Bombers have the advantage as we go into the locker room for the break. 2K Sports Halftime Show on the way from Winnipeg. We'll be back right after this. Getting things going again in the third quarter of play from Winnipeg's Metro Stadium. Blue Bombers and Tiger Cats doing battle in a Week 2 matchup. Two teams 1-0. Welcome back into the booth. Chris Curtis, Jimmy Stevens, and a good first half. Chances taken on both sides. Very little turnovers for what we saw.
No, who would have thought that Hamilton would be outgaining Winnipeg by such a large margin? And at the same time, who would have thought that Winnipeg would be having the passing attack that they are today?
Yeah, Tiger Cats really focusing on Curtis as this ball is returned to the 33-yard line, but then Winnipeg turns around and just burns him through the air twice on 2 long touchdowns to Robbie Lloyd.
Yes. Fantastic passing attack by Winnipeg. And again, Kevin Davidson not having a good day there covering Robbie Lloyd at all.
First and 10.
See if the coaching staff makes any adjustments to that particular matchup as we get into the second half. Ball at the 33 for Dolman. Driving back, pitch play to Carter, 2 spin moves, and he actually gains 5 yards on it. 4 yards what they'll say, but that very well could have been a tackle for loss.
Yes, a couple nice spin moves, get away from the tackles. Again, that front 7 of Winnipeg's not very strong on the run game, and you're seeing it today in this game here. And they're going to have a lot of struggles if they get up once they get up and play another big run team like Saskatchewan that has a heavy running team like themselves.
Single back formation, another handoff to Carter. He's got some room on the outside, breaks through one. He needs to break through one more, and he can't. Gets down to at least midfield. 43 is where he'll end up, but that is a very good couple of runs from Carter.
My goodness, this running attack, Hamilton is just eating up Winnipeg. They've got to keep doing this. Just keep pounding the ball. Winnipeg's just not covering at all when it comes to the run game.
That was Henry who had to come all the way across to make the tackle.
First and 10 from the Black Death.
See what Hamilton can do. They've got plenty of options open. Play action would really burn the Blue Bombers right now. And it'll be another handoff instead to Carter. This time the Blue Bombers do key in on him, and they take him down. Not much on the game.
Well, staying with their workhorse here, I agree with you, though. I think that could have been a good time to try a little play fake and suck the defense up. But once again, that's why we're not coaches.
Although, variably, it didn't work. So, there is that. I formation for Dolman. Plenty in the box. Probably sending a little extra at the quarterback.
And Bobbers are looking like going to the right.
Oh, that's a oh, that should have been picked off. Might have been 6 as well, but Morris can't bring it home. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Once again, Dolman thrown into coverage. I don't know what his thinking is today. His logic is it's been way out of whack. He's been taking a lot of chances on throws he just shouldn't be making.
That is, he's as blind as I am. Just didn't see the guy right there.
Well, if he's playing quarterback and as blind as you are, we've got issues.
Bigger issues than that, yeah. All right, 4 on the line defensively for the Blue Bombers. Everybody in coverage, pressure coming. That's a catch and a first down. Good work over the middle, and that is a new set. That is Ivan Bosnick. No, I'm sorry, that's Van Kooten, his first catch in a while.
Finally got away from Tom Henry. It looks like they had him on someone else, and finally able to get into the open.
First and 10. Ball at the 31-yard.
See if they try to open up a little more room for him with his route selection. Plenty in coverage for Winnipeg. Another pass play, 9-step drop, and Dolman runs right into the sack. And that is another one. This one's not for Curtis, I don't believe. Owen Gerard gets his second big play.
I don't know what Dolman's doing. That's the second sack he's had this game where he's literally ran right defender. And his time clock in his head has gone for a whack or what. But he's definitely not into this game today.
2nd and 18, an 8-yard loss on the sack, which is very, very big yardage to lose. Dolman to the outside, that is caught towards the sideline and gets it down to 3rd and 12. So a 6-yard gain, and that is Ivan Bosnick with his 4th reception of the ball game.
And Bosnick, again, being the #1 target, he's not getting the coverage that Van Kooten is from Tom Henry, so he's becoming Dolman's #1 target here today.
Next man up in that case. Shotgun.
Defense back's really backing off here.
So this will be 4 straight pass plays for the Tiger Cats. Rolling left, throws it away is what that ended up amounting to. 4th and 12. They are inside very long field goal range. We'll see what they decide to do.
And the way Dolman's playing today, I wonder if that was a throwaway or if that was just a bad throw, because he's just been having that kind of a day.
50-yard field goal. Instead, they'll decide to punt it.
I think that might be the wise decision. Yeah. Kicker's already missed 1 kick today.
Punt coming. They'll kick it left. Try to pin them down. This is at least inside the 20. But he caught there. No fair catch called for. He'll try to run it back. Gets to the 15. And that is where the Blue Bombers will start this drive.
I was pretty brave to take that kick as it was, and you're running the risk of getting a fumble there.
Yeah.
All those defenders standing around.
I already seen one fumble today from Carter. That was on their first run from scrimmage. Talking about the Tiger Cats. Winnipeg has the football, though. They're at the 15. Henry's under center. Curtis, the only back there. Quick throw, pump fake, punches it to the outside. Curtis has a little bit of room on the sideline, but not much. He'll gain 3.
I had a little dump off pass there. There's nothing wrong with that. Just get a couple yards, 3 yards, and very similar to a run play.
Interesting, the pump fake that close to the pressure that was coming to him. Maybe he tried to pull the defender away from Curtis on the outside?
Either that, or I think in that particular play, Curtis was the secondary, and obviously the first guy wasn't there. Just threw it to his outlet.
Henry needs to get it away. He does get it off, so he gets hit really, really hard by the generic defensive lineman. 3rd and 7 upcoming at the 18.
Hamilton's getting a lot of pressure on these pass plays. They're just not getting there. Other than the 2 sacks by Seniak and Burkholder, they're just not getting to the quarterback.
Burkholder's been a bit of a headache for the Blue Bombers offensive line on a couple of different occasions. Tackles for loss, has a sack, as you mentioned.
Looks like a little cover 2 action here.
See if they can deposit in the old turkey hole, maybe on the outside. Henry over the middle, and that is a mistake throw. And they live to tell about it. Scott Fletcher's got to bring that one in, but he doesn't do it here.
Absolutely. That was not one you should be swatting down. That would have hit him right in the numbers. Good coverage there by Hamilton, though.
4th and 7. Punt play upcoming for the Blue Bombers. Can't get out of their own zone.
Looks like more of a return this time instead of a challenge.
Punt is on the way. Plenty of time to get the kick away. It'll get down to the 43-yard line, and it'll get taken down at the 46-yard line.
Good coverage by the Winnipeg special teams there. Not giving them a chance to make a run.
Good stuff. Don't want to give up any more field position than you already are kicking from that portion of the field. 1st and 10 for Dolman.
Good field position. Let's see if Hamilton can do anything with it. They've been struggling to move the ball other than on the ground. Maybe they go back to feeding Carter.
Well, Carter's to the right of Dolman here, and this is a shotgun formation. Interesting to see if we see a draw possibly. Snap coming. Quick drop, throw over the middle, and probably a 5-yard completion. That's exactly what it is. And that's not much, but it is something at least. And they'll have a second and 6 is what they'll say at the 49.
Interesting that Hamilton's gone to a straight passing attack since we've come out of the half. That's 5th straight throw in a row.
Carter's back there now.
Oh, sorry.
Handoff. Carter to the outside. Can he burn the edge? He cannot get through to the second level. 3rd and 5. He'll gain 1.
Still having a wonderful day. Brings up a nice 3rd and short. Something manageable anyhow. They don't have to worry about a deep pass play. The way Dolman's throwing the ball today, you just never know what's going to happen here. So
last time we saw a 3rd and short, they ran a 3-yard out. So they want to see a different play call here.
Been using this 5 wide receiver set quite a bit today.
Quick drop thrown over the middle, diving play, and it is a catch at the 38. That is a first down for for Van Kooten.
It appears they're moving Van Kooten into the slot on the wide the spread offenses, and he's getting away from Tom Henry, and it's helping him out quite a bit.
That, I believe, is his 3rd catch of this game. Not much in the yardage department for him, but that could change. 9-step drop, and he's going to get hit hard. And this one is, that's Ryan Curtis again. That will give him his hat trick.
Oh, I think they're calling that an incomplete pass.
No, they are. You're right. I was just taking a look. Yeah, the 2nd and 10. So he did get rid of the football, they say. And Curtis is going to feel robbed about it, but he'll do what he can.
Ryan should have 4 sacks on the day. Instead, he's only got 2. I could see Ryan smash at some point.
That's so true if you know him, too. 2nd and 10. Looks to throw, got Carter to the outside. You can try to spin out of a tackle. Cannot do it. And that is Tom Henry coming up to make a play.
He threw to the wrong guy there. He had the slot receiver was pulling a slant route, and nobody was on him. Instead, he went to the running back for very little gain.
Got to get to the 46 for a first down. Or I'm sorry, not down into Winnipeg territory. Got to get down to the 31. Oh, nope, that's not going to work. Incomplete pass, and it'll be fourth down again. They waste good field position, and Owen Urard gets up and takes it away.
And it appears Dolman has the jitters out there. This clock in his head has just gone for whack because he's running into these defensive ends steady, instead of moving up into the pocket to make the throw.
5.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Punt formation is on the field. So try to pin him down again. Oh, they just about got home. Very close, but it'll get down to the 10-yard line and bounce at the 4. And it will... Oh, man. How do you let that happen? It rolls into the end zone and gives the Winnipeg team tons of room to work.
Sure looked like a situation there where the defender slid and he didn't need to. Knocked the ball into the end zone.
That's unfortunate, to say the least. It'll be at the 20-yard line for the Blue Bombers. Henry's under center.
Pound the rock. I think we're going to see some pounding of the rock.
So we get later into this game. That's Curtis's territory. This will be a catch to the outside. And not much doing. And actually will get to the line of scrimmage and no farther. It'll be 2nd and 10.
It's almost like they're trying to use the short passing game as a running game. So they can't get any push on this front 7, so they're trying to swing passes and the screens and whatnot to substitute for that running game with Curtis.
I formation. Henry's under center. 7 in the box for Hamilton. Looking to throw over the middle, short. That is a catch. Forward progress should put him with a 6-yard gain. It will. It'll be 3rd and 4 upcoming.
Robbie Lloyd over the middle. He's been the deep threat so far, but there he is going across the middle, make a couple catches.
Yeah, making himself available. That'll work.
Haven't heard much at all from the other wide receiver. I guess it's just Robbie Lloyd's day.
Yeah. John McKinnon, the other wideout, saw him a little bit earlier, but not much in the way of long gainers. That's going to be a Curtis first down, as they'll say. Spin move right into a tackle, but he does get enough for the first.
Big hit by Palermo there, put Curtis on his backside.
7-point game in the third quarter. Still got a little over 4 minutes left. Close one. 1-possession game. Lead team has the football. It's Winnipeg. Under center is Henry. He'll look. He'll hand it off. That is a juke to the left for Curtis. He's got a little bit of room, and he'll get over the first down marker. 1st and 10 inside of the 40-yard line.
Great play call there. Winnipeg hasn't been running it much at all out of this 3 and 4 wide receiver set, so caught Hamilton off guard looking for the pass, and Curtis with a little stutter step there, and off to the races.
Palermo, another tackle. He's closing in on double digits for the game, if I'm not mistaken. 1st and 10.
He's been a tackling machine today. Not what you want from your cornerbacks, though.
Yeah, fair enough, because if he's got to make that many tackles out at the second level, that's an issue. I formation. Hand off again to Curtis. Has a little bit of room. Stutter step, and he'll move to the right. Gets about 4. He's got a cool 60 yards, 4.3 average. About what we expect from him, just a workhorse type mentality. Then you look on the other side, you get 9.1 for Brian Carter, who's been all over the place.
Yeah, he's broke quite a few big runs, Brian Carter today. Again, taking advantage of that Winnipeg front 7 not being that strong against the run. This is Curtis territory, getting late in the game, and they just start handing the rock to the white man.
And they got it. They have the lead, so why not feed the beast? Under center. Quick drop for Henry. He'll throw to the outside. That is Lloyd out there. He's going to get 3rd and a chest hair. Should have probably had the first, but he didn't move the football out. He'll take it in.
I don't know if that was Kate Davidson that was covering, but it is. Kev Davidson will be glad when this game's over. See the last of Robert Lloyd for a little while.
Has some time to adjust for their next meeting, whenever that happens to be. Single back formation.
Crowding that line again.
And off to Curtis. He's got some room on the outside. Spin move. He cuts back in with it. And he'll get down to the 43, closing in on the 2-minute mark of the third quarter.
You know, we're starting to see some vintage Curtis here. This is vintage Winnipeg offense. Feed the rock to Curtis and let him do his thing. Gets through the line and make people miss. That's what Curtis does.
140 yards and a touchdown on 27 carries last week in their win over Calgary. Under center is Henry.
And they're bringing that safety down, getting 8 in the box.
And off again on the draw play, but this time the Tiger Cats read it perfectly, and he'll get taken down. Forward progress puts him at the 44-yard line. It's only a loss of 2.
Yeah, it was like at the front 7. Hamilton said, "All right, we've had enough of you." Just put him on his backside there.
2nd and 11 from the Tigers, 44 yards.
Want to make it a much more manageable 3rd down. They are inside of Tiger Cats territory. Under center is Henry. He'll throw. Throws short. That is a catch over the middle, but not for very much. And that is another one. This one from McKinnon. First time we've seen him in a little while, but his 5th catch of the ball game.
Yeah, you can see if you're watching the coverage there, Kevin Davidson is just giving Robbie Lloyd all kinds of space. I'm surprised they're not taking advantage of that with some quick hitches or whatnot, because he's been backing off 10, 12 yards off the ball.
Under center, Henry. This is a much more manageable 3rd down. This will be a handoff to Curtis, and he is not going to, he might be able to break 1, but he's not going to break 6, and that will be 4th and 5, as this drive will go by the wayside.
Yeah, I don't know too many could break 6. I don't even think Mr. Marshawn Lynch could break 6 like that.
Certainly not without a little bit of help. 4th and 5, punt unit on the field. They'll try to pin him down one more time.
Field position game here.
Uh-oh. Oh, that should have been a block. He was very close. That was definitely in territory. This will be down at the 5-yard line. But how close was that?
That was crazy. Going from almost blocked to down inside the 5. That's some good special teams right there.
Nerves of steel from that punter just getting it away.
Probably worried he's going to lose his job being a generic and all.
All right. Dan Dolman on the field. He's at the 5-yard line. They got to make some room for him as he's looking back at his own pay dirt. This will be a handoff to Carter, and Carter goes nowhere. He'll gain 2.
It looks like they might have just been trying to make some more room. See if they can give Dolman a little room back there to make a throw if he has to on the 3rd down. I'm thinking they're going to run again.
Yeah, very likely. It'll be a strong set I for Dolman. This will be a handoff to Carter. He might gain 2 more. They'll say 1, and they'll get down to 3rd and 7, and expect a throw here from Dolman as they try to move the chains.
Yeah, classic, just making some room for your quarterback/kicker. We'll see what happens here, if they're going to go to a spread or 3 as we come to the end of the quarter.
End of the 3rd. Blue Bombers and Tiger Cats doing battle in Winnipeg. It's a 1-possession game as we fight into the final frame.
Looks like they're going to throw.
Set themselves up for it. Carter is the deep back. He will be a play-action target, and he's taken down. Talking about Dolman at the 2-yard line, very close to a safety, but he will survive, and they'll have to punt.
I don't know if that was Ryan Curtis or if it was, I think that was started by Owen Gerard, let's be honest. He got through, put the pressure on, and there it is, Ryan cleaning up the mess.
They'll probably give Ryan the full credit for the sack, only because it looked like Dolman recovered after the initial contact. But either way, 4th and 13, the Tiger Cats in a rough spot. They're going to try to send everybody, but that quick kick will get it at least out of dodge.
Terrible kick, though. He's giving them some great field position.
Yeah, down to the 31 is where they're going to get this football at. Just over 10 minutes left in this, just 10 and a half minutes left in this game. And Henry's out on the field to try to possibly put this game away.
Now, this is where the place where you might see maybe Winnipeg take another shot with Robbie Lloyd. They're just in deep enough that they might catch Hamilton off guard. Let's see what they do here.
It's an I formation at the moment. Stacking the box of the Tiger Cats.
Holy smokes, you can't even see Kevin Davidson in freaking coverage.
That's a throw to the outside. That's tipped.
Oh.
And if that had been intercepted, he is still running.
Yes, he was. He would have been going through the tunnel, out the other end, and nobody would have even seen him.
That would have tied the ball game, but instead it's a tip off the helmet. It hits the ground harmlessly. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Be careful. If you are John Henry, you do not want to give up an opportunity like that again.
No.
Curtis the deep back. Looking to throw. Quick to the out. That's Curtis on the spin move. Breaks 2 tackles, but he cannot break 19. And that'll be 3rd and 2. But Curtis definitely doing good work to make it a manageable 3rd down.
Curtis definitely doing what Curtis does. You know, it's not a run. Swing past the outside. Watch him avoid the first tackle. Start busting through some more. But you like you said, you can't break through 5. Even Curtis can't do that.
3rd and a deuce. Down at the 23, they do at least have, they're within range to make this a 2-possession ball game at least. I formation, Curtis the quick, or I'm sorry, that's Henry with the quick end back, and he'll throw over the middle, and that is picked off. That is a terrible decision by John Henry, and Mike Little, the generic free safety, is going to make a play.
Yeah, trying to take advantage of the generic safety, but he was right in the spot and threw it right to him. It was like he was throwing it to the safety, not to his own wide receiver there.
And that is
questionable decision.
Big mistake. That gives Hamilton back the football at their own 13, mind you, so they still have some work to do.
That's the kind of throw I was expecting Dan Dolman to throw today, the way he's been throwing the ball.
Well, that's an opportunity wasted for the Blue Bombers. They had plenty of field position there and could not make it happen. That's a throw to the outside. And it's a Von Bot. No, that is, I'm sorry, Walker, generic running back?
Wide receiver.
Walker? Wide receiver, okay. And he makes the play. 2nd and 3 upcoming.
2nd and 2.
I think you might see Carter here. See if they can shorten it with a running play as opposed to a pass play. Although they have passed quite a bit out of this formation today. So.
And they will hand it off to Carter here, and Winnipeg read it.
Wow, and Winnipeg answers the call right there. Ryan Curtis has been everywhere today.
4 of his 5 tackles have been for a loss, including
force.
Yeah, including 2, if not 3 sacks.
Should be 4 or 5 at this point. He should have some questionable calling by the scorekeeper.
Dolman, quick throw to the outside, diving attempt, and he could not bring it in, and Van Kooten is going to be looking back at that one, and he's unable to make it on this play.
He had him. If he had hit him in stride, that would have been the game-tying touchdown right there. That was a great play call. Just didn't make the connection. Not enough time yet to go for it, even this deep in their own end. Definitely going to be punting.
Yeah, still just over 8.5 left in this ball game. You got to put the game in the hands of your defense, and the defenses on both sides have played fairly well. Maybe minus Davison on the Hamilton side, but seeing that we've only seen a max of 17 points on one side has not been bad by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, I was expecting a fairly low-scoring game, being Winnipeg was more run-based offense, and Hamilton hasn't really put up a lot of numbers yet. In their first game, I believe it was only 20 or 25 points. So I wasn't expecting a huge run on points, but you're right. Hamilton's defense is held up okay, but that Winnipeg backfield is quite well suited for a passing attack.
Henry under center, trying to redeem himself a little bit after the interception. He'll hand off to Curtis, and he'll get a positive play through the middle. 7-yard rush. 2nd and 3 as they close in on as they get past the midfield stripe.
Another solid run up the middle. Winnipeg starting to show their offensive dominance at the line of scrimmage. I wasn't expecting that with Hamilton's front 7 being as strong as it is.
2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in the ledger today for Henry. He did have that one at the end of the first half as well. Hand off to Curtis through the middle, trying to hunt that first down marker, but is a yard short. And it'll be 3rd and 1.
Plugging up the middle, they're really shutting down that in-between tackles run game of Winnipeg. Maybe they need to go back to the tosses and the sweeps on the outside.
3rd and 1.
Stretch them out a little bit.
The Tigers, 45 yards.
Trying to get to the 44-yard line for a first down. Single back is Curtis. He'll get the pitch play. Trying to get there. He will be short. 4th and inches.
Do they throw the flag? Do they throw the flag?
That'll be the call. Are they going to throw it from the sidelines? At the moment, it is a stop.
Let's go.
And it looks like that is how it's going to stay.
It looks like the offense is lining up. Are they going to just try and do the old okey doke and try and get them to go off sides, or are they going to run a play?
Probably try to get him to go off sides. We'll see what the play clock does. No, they will run it through the middle. Is he going to get there? He does not. Hamilton has the football.
That's a pretty risky play against this front seven of Hamilton. I can't believe that they tried to run one like that, even with a star running back like Curtis. He hasn't been making it through the middle.
No, you're right.
If you're trying to make a running play, they should have tried an outside play.
Majority of Curtis's big plays have been to the outside, whether it be left or right, but Fletcher comes through and makes a really, really key tackle to stop him from getting there.
Call there. I think that even that little swing pass, they've been very successful with that today, with getting Curtis to the outside.
Carter's going to run a swing route. This will be a throw to the outside anyway. A one-handed grab on the spin, but he'll step out of bounds with Bosnick, and that is at least a 9-yard gain.
Well, Bosnick's definitely been the prime target today. A lot of short dink and dunk passes, but he's been making his catches where Van Kooten's he's been swamped by Tom Henry all day.
Inside of Winnipeg territory. One possession away from making this a tie ball game. See what Dolman can do.
Interesting play correction if they're running.
Yep, they are indeed, and it's going to be a tackle as Carter goes down. 3rd and 1 upcoming, and decision time here for the Hamilton coaching staff.
Again, this is a place where maybe you'd like to see a play fake, but it just doesn't seem like Hamilton wants to run those types of plays today. Maybe a toss to the right.
Possibly there in the eye. It will be a toss to the right. Good call, and that is going to be a takeaway. It looks like you read it, and so did Winnipeg, as that is a 4th and 7, and Hamilton indeed lets it go by again.
Yeah, I think the conservative play calling might be catching up to Hamilton here. They're running low on time. They still have to see if they can get that touchdown to match up with Winnipeg. Just playing the field goal game isn't really going to work on this, the way these teams are moving the ball.
Just about halfway through this 4th quarter. Punt play incoming. Try to pin them down as deep as possible. Punt coverage on both teams has been very good, but maybe not so much on this play. Able to make a return happen back to the 19, but he's lit up like a Christmas tree as he gets taken down.
Yeah, he got swarmed on that one. Good coverage by the Hamilton special teams. I think it's going to be pound the ball with Curtis time.
Yep, burn as much clock as possible. That's going to be on Winnipeg's radar as they try to steal this game away.
A lot of 2 tight ends, 2 back sets I think you're going to see unless they have to throw.
Well, they don't have to throw here. Expect a run. Nope, it will be Henry throwing to the outside. That is a swing pass catch, and it'll be a 3-yard gain. Interesting play call, but it works in this case.
Yeah, those are the plays that have been working most of the game. I mean, they haven't been able to run between the tackles, these little dump-offs to the outside to the backs and swing passes and whatnot. They've been working well. That seems to be the plays that are going to get them their money. This front seven's been eating the interior offensive line all game long.
7 in the box for Hamilton.
Looks like Fletcher's on the run. Here he comes. Nope. Backs off.
This will be a throw play for Henry. Tipped and nearly intercepted. But if that ball is not tipped, then that wide receiver is gone.
Yes, sir. That was a good play by Brown, the generic, to knock that pass away. Otherwise, I don't know if that was a generic or if that was John McKinnon, but somebody was on the run.
McKinnon frequently been lining up on the left side of the line of scrimmage, so I'm pretty sure that is him. Either way, 3rd and 7 is what we're looking at.
Way off here.
Watch for him to close in. He's going to have to prevent the first down. There will be a throw to the right, tipped, and actually a dropped ball.
Oh, Davidson swapped zones there. He was way off, and he came up on it and almost got an interception.
Punt unit back on the field, and don't look now, but Hamilton does force the stop. Although Winnipeg made it easy.
Interesting, they didn't even run the ball there. It was all passes.
That's what I was saying. Winnipeg made it too easy on Hamilton there. They passed it 4 times.
Didn't take any time off the clock, and they have a bull running back at Curtis. I'm questioning the play calling on that one.
A little over 5 minutes left. Punt is on the way. It's an end-over-end kick. Get it to the 45 is where he will be. Nope, 46 is where they marked him. And that is where Dolman will come back out and take the football over.
46-yard line.
Good field position. They should be able to, they only need a few yards to get in within field goal range, but they haven't been moving the ball at all, and some very questionable play calls in the second half.
For both sides, really.
Stopped. Yeah, both sides. It's really slowed down the offense on both sides of the ball, both teams.
Under center. Dolman with Carter in the backfield. Throw short. That's a very short catch, a 3-yard completion. Bosnick with another grab, his 6th catch of the game. He's 6 for 7 on targets, but it does not go for very much.
And very sure-handed Bosnick's been. He's been the man today for passing. Van Kooten can't get away from anybody today. He's really struggling with the separation.
Single back is Carter. 4 on the defensive line. They'll send 4. It'll be a quick, easy pass and a 1-yard gain. So another one that does not go very far. It's a manageable 3rd down, but they are not moving fast at a very good pace. Or moving forward at a very good pace.
A lot of short, quick passes, which is fine, but if you're not getting any after the yards catches, there's no point.
Under center. 9-step drop. Flag on the play. That's going to be over the left side. That is a jumping, leaping grab. I do believe this is a catch, but we'll see what the flag has in store for us.
It's one fantastic catch if it was by Bosnick.
Holding, number 77.
Defensive holding. And that's going to be an automatic 1st down regardless. Oh, maybe not. Nope, never mind. 3rd and 16.
Offensive holding.
Offensive holding. Okay.
Yeah.
They pointed towards the defense. That was kind of weird. Okay. Either way, 3rd and 16, so that is not the kind of play you want to have if you're going to cancel out a catch like that. 3rd and 16.
Looked like Hamilton was maybe going to start something there, and then the holding penalty negates it all. Start all over again.
Second flag we've seen in this game. Both of them on Hamilton. Throw over the middle. That is a catch, and he was lucky to hold on to the football there as Bosnick was lit up, but it does work out. That is a 1st down.
Bosnick has been the man today. Look at this hit that he takes.
Oof.
He knew it was coming.
Yep.
Boom.
Way to stay in there and take it, though, I'll tell you.
Big hit. I believe that might have been Tom Henry. I could be wrong, but I'm not sure the number there. I didn't catch the number.
Yeah, I didn't catch the number either. It looked like a little bigger frame than Tom Henry, so I don't think it was him. But either way, a huge, huge hit. It's going to lay him out.
Good throw by Dolman, though. See the open receiver.
Dolman looks to the outside, has Carter out there, give him the football, spins out of 1, can't get out of 2. And the one he spun out came back to finish him off. So 2nd and 6 at the 34. They're in field goal range. However, they do not want a field goal in this situation. Should say they're at the very end of field goal range.
Touchy.
Yeah.
You're asking a lot out of your kicker if you're kicking.
Empty backfield for Dolman. Has time, throws short, and he turns into his tackler, and that's a problem. 3rd and 5, and I believe that's Bosnick. Nope, not quite. That is another wide receiver out there with another catch. 3rd and 5, 3rd and nickel anyway, at the 33.
That's our generic tight end. I don't know if that was even worth the throw. They didn't gain a yard on that.
No, especially for having a 5-wide set. Dolman will throw here over the middle. That's nearly picked off. And I believe that is another one that should have been, that was an errant throw.
That was a questionable throwing decision by Dolman again today. This Winnipeg defense must be confusing him quite a bit. He's been making some really questionable judgments, that's for sure.
Are they going to go for it here? Offense is out on the field. This is probably the best decision they can make at this point in time. They got to get 5 yards. If not, the game may be over. Oh, they get a free play out of it. Need to make a decision, but he doesn't let the ball go. It'll be encroachment on the defense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. At least gets him the 1st down, though.
That would have been Ryan Curtis's, sack number 12 or whatever it is. And it gets negated.
4th and inches is what they're going to call that instead. It is not a 1st down. Wow.
So now Hamilton has to make a decision. I think they're going to go for it.
I don't think they have a choice. I think they have to go for it. It'd be fun to see what they call here with a 4th and a chest hair. But that 5-yard penalty, I thought would have pushed them above the marker, but not so much.
They've had great success running up the middle, so maybe something in the middle there with Brian Carter.
They can do. They're going to try that through the middle. It is Carter with the first down. That is a big call on 4th down to get the first, and they have a new set of chains to work with if they close in on the red zone.
All game long, you got to credit Jerry Babineau and that offensive line. They've been giving them holes all day long up in the middle there. Let's see what they can do.
In the gun. Shotgun. Looking to throw, and that is, the throw does get away, and we are at the 2-minute warning. Last 2-minute warning in regulation. Very close game in Winnipeg, 17-10.
Again, on drive providing a little pressure. Working on Dan Dolman's clock there. I think they've really screwed up his head today.
Dolman, 5-step drop, thrown, left side, tipped, nearly intercepted, but that is 3rd and 10. Bosnick has to bring that one down. That'll go as a drop.
You got to wonder if maybe with Bosnick, after that big hit he took across the middle earlier in this drive, that might have, he might have heard some footsteps.
Possibly, but that is a catch he's got to bring down. It goes off his hands.
Twice.
And, yeah, not just once, but twice. 3rd and 10. 4-down territory with this much time left. Defense chants getting loud inside of Winnipeg Stadium.
This is where Van Kooten in a 6'4" frame should really help out, but we'll see what happens here.
Maybe go a corner route potentially. Got to get past Henry to do that. Tipped over the middle, and that is a terrible 3rd down call in this case. 3rd down decision anyway. 4th and 10 upcoming.
3rd and 10, you throw it underneath to the guy he's got to make 5 yards after he makes the catch. Definitely a questionable decision by Dolman there.
Here we go. This crowd not calming down. They want this stop. Dolman throws, catch, first down again. 2 4th downs in a row, and they survive. It's Bosnick with redemption.
Once again, Bosnick being the man today, catching the balls when they need to be caught. That was a fantastic play.
That'll make up for his drop a little earlier in this drive. 1st and 10. They can still get another first down on this drive at the 3-yard line. Dolman, hand off to Carter, trying to spin through one, and he's going to get taken down after a gain of 1.
See there, Carter's had a good game, but I question the outside run. I think they should have stayed inside. That's where they've been getting their push most of the game.
Yeah, if they're going to run there, why not punch it inside?
I don't think you really want to be running at Ryan Curtis the way he's been playing today.
They'll run it at him here, and he does indeed get down inside of the 11-yard line. 3rd and 7 upcoming. They do call a timeout. Exactly 60 seconds on the game clock.
4-down territory, of course.
They need Pater on this drive. If they don't get it, this game is over. Shotgun for Dolman. Carter to his right. 4 on the defensive line for Winnipeg. Snap taken. Quick drop. Middle. Oh, it's tipped in about 3 or 4 times and not brought in on the interception. It is 4th and 7.
They had it.
Bosnick
once again, he was open. He had it in his hands. That's a couple drops that you're just not used to him making today.
Here we go. They've already survived 2 4th downs on this drive. They would need a 3rd. Dolman in the gun. Takes a snap. Moves left. Throws over the middle. It'll hit the turf. And that very well could end this ball game.
You got to wonder what Dolman was doing there. He got a little squirrely and started to run right at the wide receiver or at the defensive end.
Van Kooten, the intended receiver, and that is Gerard who gets in front of it, I do believe.
This gets knocked down by the linebacker. Hey, he's right in there.
Yep, very good. That was actually Morris who got in and made the play. Good work. 1st and 10 for Winnipeg. They got to get out of the danger zone here. But really, with the actually Hamilton doesn't have any timeouts, they can probably kneel the rest of the game. And it will be indeed victory formation for the Blue Bombers. So the Blue Bombers will move to 2-0 after their first Week 1 win against Calgary. They come in to their home place and beat Hamilton. Hamilton will go to 1-1 on the year. Crazy.
Winnipeg not doing it the traditional way either with their running game. It's been all passing today for them. Hamilton shut down that running game.
Player of the game at that point. You got to split them up if you really want to. Robbie Lloyd going to be the guy on offense for this Winnipeg roster. Ryan Curtis on defense.
Yeah, you got to think so. It's going to be one or the other. I mean, Robbie Lloyd had a fantastic day. I mean, didn't get a lot of catches, but the ones he made were the ones that were important. Ryan Curtis was just creating havoc in the backfield today.
Did not let Dolman get out of the blocks. 3rd and a bunch as they are actually going to run a play here. They're going to get off to Curtis one more time. He won't get very far. Very, very careful on that. They kneeled the first 2 plays, then they had to run it. And they actually are going to have too much time on the clock for them to be able to run out the clock. They're going to probably, unless they take the delay game penalty.
And very questionable calling play call by coaches there.
Yeah.
I mean, Hamilton has the chance to run the kickback and maybe even run a play or two.
And yeah, Dolman's going to get the football back, believe it or not. That's a shock. He won't get it back with much time. Probably 8 seconds left is what it'll end up being. Yeah,
just enough time possibly for the Hail Mary formation.
And we'll see what happens. It'll get down to midfield. And need to get down on the ground. That is going to do it, actually. So that punt ended up wasting just enough time. Then this game is over. So interesting, to say the least. But that is going to do it from Winnipeg as the Blue Bombers win the game 17-10. And they go into Week 3 with a 2-0 record. With that said, this has been a presentation of the WFL. I am Chris Curtis. That is Jimmy Stevens. We'll see you next week for some Week 3 action. Game 2 to be decided. We'll see you next time.